And now, the general weather around Alaska.
On the warning map, there's still a blizzard warning out here tonight for the Seward Peninsula, western Seward Peninsula there, Tin City, Teller, Wales. Those locations for blizzard conditions, low visibilities, gusty north winds, and winter storm warning continues here for the Koyukuk Valley. High wind warning continues here for the Alaska Range for gusts to 75 miles an hour. And winter storm watch for the eastern Woodward Sea coast for late Wednesday into Thursday. And a heavy snow watch here for the this portion of the northern panhandle, the shaded area there. Winter storm watch for possible heavy snow in the greater Juneau, Pelican, Hoonah areas. Could see 5 to 8 inches, and that's again for late Wednesday into Thursday. Satellite imagery showing a front kind of weakening and dragging across the southeast coast today, and a lot of clouds here in the interior. Low pressure lifting northward, but cooling off and drying out here back to the southwest into Kodiak Island. A lot of sunshine today at Kodiak State Airport. And some of that spreading up into southern Cook Inlet with some clearing finding its way actually into northern Cook Inlet behind a band of snow that came through earlier today. Brought a pretty good shot of snow into northern Cook Inlet on up toward Birchwood, Eagle River, and toward Palmer, but that all tapering off now. And out here to the west, cold air coming down over the Bering Sea, and that kicking off a lot of snow showers there for the Pribilof Islands. And rolling this through again, you can see, again, most of this moisture starting to lift northward. This front really weakening. In fact, earlier today, the 12-hour amount ending at mid-afternoon today, 12-hour rainfall amounts, about a third of an inch at Juneau, while Sitka picked up half an inch of rain. And Hoonah had 3/4 of an inch of rainfall today, and lighter amounts to the south, even though the front's in the area there, but it's really falling apart in that location. Then more moisture gathering here with a warm front and another system that'll be pushing northeastward late tonight and actually for tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon. Trough moving through south central Alaska. So a pretty windy day, but winds slowly diminishing this afternoon, but was mid-afternoon gusting up around 45 miles an hour. At Kenai, still some gusty south winds along the Copper River there in the Copper River Basin. Areas of snow up here with this trough. Back to the west there as low pressure tracks to the northeast. And then cold air coming out over the Bering Sea here, developing a low there with some snow showers, gusty winds for the Pribilof Islands. For tonight, that thing drops southeastward there toward the Alaska Peninsula. Areas of snow following in behind from the Pribilofs right into the eastern Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula, drying out and much colder over the interior tonight. Temperatures falling well below zero into the Kuskokwim Valley. Still some snow and clouds here over the Seward Peninsula, actually Norton Sound, right on up into this low on the central Arctic coast, so some light snow extending eastward there over the North Slope. And then from the Brooks Range southward, though, really drying out. Still some lingering snow showers on the decrease here for the Talkeetnas into northeast Bristol Bay, and some snow showers over the Panhandle. But this next system tomorrow spreads rain into the southern southeast coast with snow to the north. Cold high pressure building into the interior, high pressure at the surface, but an upper low aloft. And that's, again, going to put the temperatures well below zero, back below zero here with dry conditions, lighter winds, in fact, swinging around direction here, becoming kind of a northerly or northwest wind flow, but not too strong. Low pressure tracks just south of Kodiak Island. A lot of cold air coming down across the peninsula there for snow showers and gusty northwest winds. Less wind for the Pribilofs under this ridge developing here ahead of the next system, bringing some gale force winds and precipitation into the western Aleutians. That advances northward and eastward here on Wednesday afternoon with some snow back into the Pribilof Islands up to St. Matthew Island. Behind the warm front, rain and wind. Mild temperatures for the western central Aleutians. Some light snow possibly as far east as False Pass. Otherwise, strong high pressure over the Seward Peninsula. Arctic high pressure keeps it cold and below zero through the entire day over much of interior Alaska. Some channeled gusty north winds northeast in the Manuska Valley, some northerlies to northwesterlies, southern Cook Inlet and the Barren Islands, maybe some outflow winds, or there will be some outflow winds here in the channeled areas like through the Copper River Delta area, possibly Prince William Sound, Passage Canal, gusty west winds there. and snow, possibly heavy at times there for portions of the southeast coast. Lows tonight in the 30s for the Panhandle, down to about 10 in the Copper River Basin, 10 to 20 south central Alaska, below 0 west of the Alaska Range, and single numbers for Bristol Bay. Mid-20s Kodiak Island. Highs tomorrow, upper 20s there for Kodiak, in the teens, lower to mid-teens for Bristol Bay. Generally below 0. We'll stay below 0 in the Kuskokwim Valley tomorrow. Otherwise, south central Alaska, highs upper teens to lower 20s to the Copper River Basin, and the southeast coast, 30s to lower 40s. And then the lows the following morning, much colder here, anywhere from 15 to 35 below for the Kuskokwim Valley, below 0 for Bristol Bay, anywhere from 10 below to 5 above, or maybe 10 above here for the Kenai Peninsula, south central Alaska, and the Susitna Valley, a little below 0 into the Copper River Basin, and lows mid to upper 20s here in the northern Panhandle, 30s to the south. And then for the highs Thursday or Wednesday afternoon, mid 30s northern southeast coast, lower 40s to the south, and back to well below freezing, not staying above 0 here for the highs, 10 to 15. Forecast for south central Alaska, lower 20s Kodiak Island, about 8 in the Copper River Basin, staying below 0 west of the Alaska Range, Bristol Bay right around 0. Up to the north tonight, everyone below 0, including St. Lawrence Island, into the interior, all the way up to the Arctic coast, and then down to the Alaska Range, and that'll be followed by highs here, upper teens Eagle, and down around 10 there for North Waytoke over toward Delta Junction, below 0 for Fairbanks, and some areas rising a little above 0, others staying below 0. Following morning, Wednesday morning, you can see 15 to 20 below out here over the northern Bering Sea, otherwise 25 to 45 below in the interior areas, followed by highs staying well below 0 through the day from the Arctic coast right on down into the Kuskokwim Valley to the Alaska Range, and out to the southwest, lows tonight here, Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, 5 to 15 below, upper teens for the Pribilofs, 20s here for the central Aleutians, and teens and 20s for the Alaska Peninsula. Then highs tomorrow, mid to upper 30s central western Aleutians, near 20 for the Pribilofs, below 0 right on down to the southwest coast, and then 20s to near 30 for the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula. And then Wednesday morning, mid-teens for the Pribilofs, right around freezing here for Adak and Atka, lower mid to upper 20s for the eastern Aleutians, and well below 0 for the southwest coast into Bristol Bay again, and then highs staying well below 0 here for the southwest coast up to St. Lawrence Island, highs around 30 now for the Pribilofs. And with that system coming in, warmer air, temperatures more closer to 40 degrees for Adak and Atka.